Hello, my beautiful, wonderful people. I'm Ash, and welcome back to another monthly Seraph of the End chapter review. Many clapping sounds. There we go. It's a bit muffled, but that's as good as we can get. So here we are. Obviously, right off the bat, huge slap in the face with the chapter title for this one. Which, hey, I'm not complaining. It's very lit. So let's get right into it. So chapter 123, An Ancient Game of Tag. Now this one, I love it, okay? I love it. I'm just gonna outright say it now. I love this chapter title so much. Or not chapter title, but the color page for the chapter. It's so nice. I absolutely was not expecting anything like this, but I'm really glad we got it. Okay, shouldn't jump, leave me alone. But like, oh god, it's so striking and it's so nice in the colors, and I feel like this is one of Yamamoto's best works recently. Like, it's really good. It's so vibrant. Like, the way that they've shaded the dinosaur scales and everything. Like, I'm a huge nut. I draw a lot of, like, dragons with, like, scale detail and stuff, so this is a huge, I'm, like, geeking out over this shit for me. But I really, really love this stuff. Like, you can really tell based on, like, how they've shaded it. Oh my god, there is just so many sirens around me. Sorry, I live kind of near a hospital, and Japanese sirens are truly fucking awful, so there's no way to avoid them. I had to wait a moment to start filming because there was a really bad one, and now there's just another one. It's just, you can't avoid them. Look, it's garbage, alright. I'm just gonna outright say it, but anyway, it sounds like it's mostly gone now. Hopefully the microphone didn't pick it up, but chances are you might have heard it. Anyway, just look at the color detail on, like, the claws and the... I love the way it's blue. Like, why are those legs blue? I love it. It's so good. But it's such a nice color because it's, like, a really pale blue in the distance. And it really, like, makes the dark shades of you and Mika stand out a lot more here. It's really great. Yu's hands look really nice. Mika looks kind of funny in the background, but Yu looks great. I love his shoes. It looks amazing. It's really great. All right, okay, nerd session over. Let's move on to the chapter, because this one's amazing. This one's great. Perfection. So, here we go. So, like, obviously, completely just blew my expectations of... I thought for sure we were going to have a point of view switch, which Kagami might still be evil and do it again next chapter, in the upcoming one, but I thought for sure we were going to get a point of view switch. We were going to go back to Gurren, the Shinobu squad, whatever Saito was doing, shit like that. Like, I thought for sure we were going to have a perspective swap there. But no, here we go. It's just straight up to the door. Here we are. It's the ocean. What are we doing? It's just the ocean. Even Yu's just like, what's going on there? No, it'll be obvious in a minute. I love how Mika just doesn't tell him. He's just like, nah, step forward, fam. You'll see what's going on here. It's great. Kree said that. I love this. Oh, and then we have this nice panel that obviously I can't show it on the phone, but it's like, oh, look at that. This is so nice. It's so big. What a huge fucking dinosaur. Like, I wonder if Yamamoto was just really excited to draw dinosaurs. I would have been. If I was drawing a manga and they were just suddenly like, hey, the humans, you don't have to draw them that much this time. You're actually just drawing a bunch of dinosaurs for the first half. I'd be like, holy shit, holy shit. This looks really cool. There's like 3 of them there. That's awesome. And Yu's just like, whoa. And like picks him up, which is like kind of interesting. I can't remember what they said, but there's like, I think Mika said before that there's some kind of connection to like when they can be touched and when they can't be touched. So some characters can like see them and some characters can't, sort of thing. So that's why they hid from the first earlier. So, like, I wonder why this dinosaur can touch you. Like, I feel like there's some reason for that, but I can't 100% remember the reason Mika gave for that happening. But we'll see, maybe. Anyway, wow, okay. It's looking really cool. Like, wow, look, it's just a dinosaur. That's amazing. I'm having a good time, can you tell? But, oh god, it's great. I'm happy. I just like this, just... Doosh. It's just, it got mega whoosh. And then just got eaten. 100%. There's just lots of sets. I love the way you can see you in the panel here. He's kind of like hiding in the corner. But if you notice, he's just there to show that this is indeed, obviously, the pterodactyl. I'm assuming this is the pterodactyl. Look, I was a dinosaur kid, I'm not gonna lie. You know, everyone's like, were you a mythology kid? Were you a space kid? Yeah, I was a dinosaur kid. I watched everything dinosaur related. I was super into it. I still have all my dinosaur figures. since I was a kid, because my mom was like, you should get rid of those, and I was like, no mom, you don't understand, they're special, they're cute, so I kept them. Don't tell her, they're in my storage unit back home in Australia. Shh, it's our secret. But yeah, in terms of the names, I was actually pretty bad at the names. But I did draw dinosaurs a lot. I was like super obsessed with them. So this is, I'm not gonna lie, this makes my brain go brr, and I love it. It's so good. But I love this panel where it's like the dinosaur in pain, like, yeah, and then Yu's just like, ah, as well. It makes it look like it kind of continues on. Like, you could tell if this was an anime, you'd have like the panel of the dinosaur screaming, and then it morphing into Yu's scream as well. Just the oof. I just love that. That's so good. Big fella on his tushy. And they're just outright fighting now. Amazing. 10 out of 10. I love it. Oh, look at that. That's such a little cutie. Oh, that's so nice. This must have been a breath of fresh air for Yamamoto to draw. Like, it's really good to just change perspective every now and then. Otherwise, you get so used to drawing the same thing over and over again that you kind of fall into the same kind of mistakes. I don't know how to describe it in a general sense. But it's basically like you know how to draw the characters, so you don't need references or anything like that. But eventually you fall into like patterns where you're drawing them, but you accidentally start drawing the same mistakes, and because you're not checking references, you're drawing the same thing over and over again. You don't realize until later that you've like drawn the way a sash folds over the wrong way or something like that. So like it's really good to like break up that monotony of that. Whatever, that same kind of feeling with something different, and dinosaurs is good for that. That was the point I was trying to make. Anyway, dinosaurs! Oh, you're so relatable. Play that clip from fucking Jurassic Park, the really famous one, where he like looks out and there's just dinosaurs everywhere. Man, same man. Miko, real life dinosaurs. I just love how he's just like, yep, I already had a cheeky peek. Sorry, you. He looks so excited. It's so great. Look at that. Oh, that's so cool. Something tells me all those dinosaurs wouldn't normally be together. That's not a raptor, is it? That's not a raptor. Has to be something else. Its jaw does not look like a raptor jaw. I wonder what reference image Yamamoto used. I'm assuming they had reference images right next to them when they were drawing this. That's what I would have done. But yeah. It's, anyway, moving on. I'm looking at real dinosaurs. And these are your memories. What? Seriously? Don't ask me. I like the way Mika has given up. Mika has given up, and I respect that so hard. Did humans even exist back then? Mika is just like, no. No, you. I know you didn't pick up a single book when you were away for those 4 years, but no, you. I love this. They're trying so hard to work it out. Present day, here and now. The catastrophe, 8 years ago. You exist. Humanity evolves. 10,000 years ago. You exist. Age of dinosaurs. 100 million years ago. You exist. I like that. That's really funny. It's a bit cheeky. I like, why is the catastrophe in there? Like, we know. Okay. Alright, remind us about the catastrophe, sure. Unless it's gonna be relevant next chapter somehow. I don't know. Could be a refresher. What the heck is going on with my past? Oh my god. He did the Yuna thing. Oh my god. Oh, I'm about to make a very obscure reference. Hold on. Let me make it. Okay. Any Final Fantasy X-2 fans out there? Amazing game. Beautiful. Great. Thanks for tuning in. But that scene where Yuna has done her dancing in her sphere grid, and then she's having that moment where she's like thinking, like she keeps seeing the images from Len's, sphere grid, because it's hers, and then she's like on the bridge, or not the bridge, the top of the, what do you call it, spaceship, not spaceship, airship, and then she just screams, who the hell is Lynn, off the goddamn top of it, and it's like, bro, this is the same energy, what the heck is going on in my past? You's just like screaming out to it, and like, bro, I feel it so deep, it's great. Alright, that's my obscure reference done, thanks for letting me make it, alright. On a mental level, am I a dinosaur then? On a mental level, probably. Mika does not miss. Mika swings, and he swings aiming for your head. He just does not miss, and I respect that so much about him. He did the anime donk thing. I love it so much. This place is my memory, then doesn't that mean I have to be nearby? That's a good observation, see? You're smart when he wants to be. Good question. Okay, this is just poetic genius, though. Just the panel, and then just the, He's not even saying anything, and Yu's just like, no, just no. He doesn't even say anything. He just points. Mika, you are perfect, son. He is amazing. How is he a real... I need a moment. Okay, alright. Good. But this dinosaur... I lost my shit. I lost my shit so hard. These are like my favorite fucking panels. Like, amazing. I like the way Yu's just like, at least let me be some big cool one. You know what? Gotta respect him though, because you know what? He's not wrong. Would you not want to also be just a big cool dinosaur, like the T-Rex or something? It's staring at us. It is. I like that. That's so good. I love that. It's literally just looks so dumb, but it's just staring. It's so good. But also staring at them, so like obviously this version of you can see them. Oh yeah, I guess spoilers, but you know, we're going through, we're about to hit it anyway. But yeah, so that version of you can see them. Like he's acknowledged that they're there. But I guess he can't talk, maybe? Anyway, found you, and then here we go. The moment where we all collectively lost our shit. See, everyone's out there mocking the dinosaurs or being like, oh my god, what's wrong? Why is there dinosaurs suddenly? First of all, if you actually read it, a lot of it makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, this chapter actually made a lot of old things make sense. I feel like if you read it right now, if you read Seraph consistently, a lot of things you'd be able to make a lot more sense of things. Because we have to wait a month for every chapter. We tend to forget things, or our details get a bit muddy, and we have to go back and, like, reacquaint ourselves with them. Have our little filler moments, so to say. And this chapter actually did a really good job of explaining some past questions that we've all had. But anyway, let's keep going for now. So, Angel Mika, there he is. Look at him. He's perfect. He's amazing. He just touched down, and then he touched down in all of our hearts too. Look at him. He's perfect. I also really like the way this panel here, this really long panel here, is framed. Like, these black shutters have to be their legs, right? Like, that looks like, in the bottom right, that looks like someone's shoe. So I'm assuming that that's their legs or something. I don't know. But then Mika wouldn't be able to see them, so they would have run away, hopefully, by now. So maybe they're tree trunks. I don't know. But it kind of looks like they're, like, leg shadows, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, this is amazing. Look at this. Look at him. He's so beautiful. He's so precious. I love him so much. I love this. Look at this. He just yoinks it. That is, like, the worst way to pick up a lizard. As someone who literally has a pet lizard, this is one of the worst ways to pick up a lizard. You don't yoink it from the front. You're gonna lift it up and you're gonna be holding it in reverse. But he's like... See, the way he picked it up versus how it looks here is not accurate. He's gone to pick it up here, and then he's changed how he holds it to an actual thing. Or like, struggled in his grip or something so that he can adjust himself to a comfortable position, which is what lizards will do if you pick them up in a horrible way. Or they'll piss on you. It's happened. Not to me, because I'm not an idiot and I always hold lizards correctly. But when I gave my lizard to someone to hold once, and then I specifically told them, you need to support all of their legs, because lizards have very small legs. This is a PSA. If you want to hold a lizard, make sure you support all of their legs, because they're very, very tiny, and lizards freak out very easily when it comes to, they want control over where their legs are. So if you drop your backhand, the hand that's holding the back end of the lizard, they're gonna, like, pinwheel. I call it pinwheeling, when their tail and their legs flail around. And then they get stressed. So, you know, what's a natural reaction when an animal's stressed? They musk or they, like, piss. So, you know, maybe avoid that. PSA. But also, it's just really good to just pick animals up in the correct fucking way. Especially, like, it goes... We do it for mammals, why don't we do it for lizards, you know? This is my PSA as a lizard owner who greatly respects my lizard. Anyway, since my rant over... It's okay. Look, I'll allow it because we all know that that's not actually, like, a full-on, like, mindless lizard and that using that. Anyway, I like this panel where it's just a close-up. He has this, like, dumb-ass expression. I'm sorry, I just love these panels so much. I know I was critiquing how he was holding the lizard, but still. It's alright. Look, he's clearly young. I love that you could just... See, that looks like Mika's tail back there, but then it's not because he doesn't have any of his little meow-meow demon parts on. But it looks like it, and that's enough for my heart. He's here? Does that mean this is your memory? I love the way Mika just for some reason does not believe that that is him, or like, when he was looking at Mika, like Angel Mika dead in the coffin, he was like, is this really me? Like, he seems so unsure that it's not him. And I wonder if that's like, if there's something to that, because like he sort of seems like he agrees with it, but he sort of doesn't. Like he's really on the fence about it, and that makes a girl wonder, you know. Anyway, I love this. I love the way people have pointed out that it kind of looks like he's made like a lizard. Like the way his hand is positioned kind of looks like a lizard's face, and I wonder if that's coincidental, because sometimes Yamamoto does just not draw the bridge of the fingers. That's just a really common manga thing. But I wonder, guys, I wonder. And then it looks like poke, a little poke, or maybe a kiss. Flustered emoji. Anyway, here we go. So now we're getting into some interesting shit. Also, I really love this. I really love this panel where Mika's just like, oh, and then the lizard. Just look at it. Is that not just perfect? Is that not just amazing? The best thing Yamamoto has ever drawn. Okay, moving on. The wings are so detailed, though. I have no idea how they draw wings like that. It looks so interesting. It's like so unique. And they're both freaking out. Oh, also, this panel is just amazing. I love the little boing boing. It's so cute. They're like playing like hide and seek or something. Or maybe I guess tag. I guess that's where the title comes from, right? But it seems more hide and seek, right? Come on, father's calling. Oh, I love it. Look at him. He's so beautiful. And I love him. He's just so precious. Look at him in his little sandals and his cute little get-up. His outfit is adorable. I'm dying. I just the little soot ball on the little shadow thing on his shoulder. I love it. I love it so much. It's so great. Oh, they're flying away. Do we know how to fly? I like the way Mika tries. And then there's that one panel where they just ... and then immediately start running. Like, that's beautiful. Comedic genius. I love it. 10 out of 10. Do we have to run? Well, yeah. I mean, if you can't fly. Wait, I'm sorry. I just really love how small Mika is up there. That's so good. Up to what looks like an active volcano. That's got quite a bit of smoke coming out of it. Oh, they're running out of desire again. Oh, I wonder if that means it's like they're gonna get to something really cool in the next few chapters, but then, like, Mika's gonna be like, oh shit, you're out of desires, you're out of energy, we can't do anything. Or someone interrupts you in the real world, like Gurren and that come and smack him around to wake him up. Then, like, does he and Mika both get forcibly pulled out? Like, oh god, I swear to god, if he does that, if we get to a really interesting point where, like, they go down there and Shikama sees them, or Angel Mika sees them, and they're about to have, like, a conversation, or, like, a really crucial plot point, and then, like, Gurren fucking wakes you up in the real world, I'll strangle him. I'll reach through my computer screen and I will take him out. Anyway. It's just, oh man, it's great. Classic calories. Okay, go eat you. There he goes. I wonder if they had, like, a plan for, like, what is it? So, 43 pages, wow. I wonder if they had a plan for about, like, 40 pages, and then they were like, shit, we really need a little bit to add in, and then that's why they added this in. I'm not sure. Because, I mean, we already kind of know. I'm so sorry, I love this panel. Just, and then he's just like, well, yeah, that's oh, don't like that. 0 out of 10. Yeah, I wonder if this is just, like, they needed that little extra bit, because that's kind of what it feels like. Like, they weren't really sure what to add in here, sort of thing, so they kind of just added this. But it is kind of funny watching you go back and forth between looking like this and then looking like this. It's kind of funny. Oh, and then we get Little Meow Meow again. Oh, I've missed Little Meow Meow so much. Like, obviously I like seeing normal Demon Mika, but there's just something about Little Meow Meow that's just like little demon Mika with his little demon horns that look like cat ears and his little demon cat tail. I love it so much. He's just beautiful. It's amazing. We are truly winning this chapter so hard. It's working. Oh, he's got his little fangies too. Oh. Oh yeah, wait, sorry. Angel Mika had fangs too. I remember noticing that. Hang on. Yeah, look, he's got little fangies too. Oh, and he has curved ears. I mean, curved ears, you know, the whole elf shit, so, like, you can kind of get away with it. Angel, okay, whatever, he's got curved ears. But fangies? I'm sorry, fangies? Angels don't have fangies. What's going on there, mister? Anyway, let's go back. Where were we? Here we go. Little Meow Meow. Oh, and then they're jumping. Look at them go. They're so cute. I love these. There's just something about them having a cute little jump fest. Oh, that's so cute. And they land, and Mika, I love Mika's angle of his hand here. It's just, there's something about it. It's so funny. Oh, they're so fast. It's so cute. I love them. I love the way Mika's sweater is so bangy. The jumper he's wearing. It's so cute. I love it. Oh, look at that rock texture. That's really nice. Damn. I wonder how much Yamamoto likes drawing backgrounds. There's quite a few backgrounds that get drawn at Seraph a lot. Like, a lot. I wonder what they think of compared to drawing the characters versus the backgrounds. Anyway. Here they go. Look, he's not a demon anymore. Yu notices no tail. Yu's like, no tail. No tail, but I love your little tail. Conserve energy. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a plot point later. He's pointing it out. I love that. Oh, that's so cool. He's like, Mika gets down immediately. And he's doing it again, where he's not actually describing what's happening. He just like, bleh? Just, bleh? He just gives that face. I don't think he knows what's going on. Oh, man. This is wild. This is wild right here. So, over the hill, we see, oh, first of all, this rock background. Look at that, that's so nice. There's so many different types of rocks there. You could tell by how it's drawn. Ah, that's so nice. Anyway, we can see the little city in the background, and then, bam. Bam, guys. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? See, people are trying to make their hoo-ha funny tweets about dinosaurs and Seraph. Dinosaurs exist in the world. Seraph is set in the world. Why the fuck are you surprised? Who the fuck cares? Can you explain this? Am I the only person that generally cares more about this than the hee-hoo funny dinosaur tag game? Like, what the fuck? This is incredible. Look at it. Like, oh my god, it looks like some kind of ancient city. It's like really... I say ancient city, but we're in ancient times, right? This is before Egypt, before Greece, before it all, before Mesopotamia. Like, we're in the dinosaur era. We're very, very fucking far back in the Earth's lifespan. And this shit's here? Like, my god. And, like, look at it. You can kind of, like, it looks futuristic. I think why I said futuristic is because it looks like how we imagine space cities to be. Like, everything is quite angular, especially compared to, like, how rocks naturally form. Like, I mean, look here. These rocks are very natural. They're very smooth. They've got cracks and everything. This is a different kind of smooth. This is a slick kind of smooth. And you can tell because there's, like, these are, like, crystal shards and shit. Like, that's how, like, things crystallize, like quartz and shit. So it's very different. They look so cool. And there's that thing in the middle. I'm sorry, what the hell is this? This Stairway to Heaven? Like, okay. Didn't know it was Cats the Musical time. Sorry, bad reference. But anyway, oh my god, like, look at that. There's, like, those look like, oh god, this is like some Fifth Element shit here. I'm having, oh my god, I was gonna say I'm having war flashbacks, but it's legitimately one of my favorite movies, so I shouldn't be mean. Anyway, but yeah, like, super futuristic city shoved in the middle of the dinosaur era. What the hell's going on? So this, like, reeks of technology beyond what we have, which I think is extremely interesting. And my interest is piqued, Kagami, my interest is piqued. Okay, and then we have the angels with their weird non-heads, like Dullahan angels, I guess, which we saw with, when Shikama was protecting Mika, back when Mika and Yu first signed their contract, or not signed their contract, but, like, yeah. Anyway, when he became Yu's demon. So that's interesting. We don't really see these angels like this, where they have, it looks like they have fire instead of heads kind of thing. So this is a really interesting design, and it's kind of cool we're seeing them again, because if Kagami never mentioned them again, I absolutely would have been like, what the fuck, why did those angels show up at one point? So, interesting that they're showing up here again, and that we have this scene with all of these eyeballs that look exactly like the Yu eyeball, which we are calling the Yu eyeball because we basically assume it's Yu. I mean, the lizard was staring. It's pretty fucking obvious that it's Yu, right? But, and then there's another shot of that long stairway thing. Well, it's not a stairway, it could be a beam. But it looks like something like that, connecting outside of our world. I say Stairway to Heaven because of the whole angel thing, right? Like, the angel motif and shit. So, like, oh my god, they just look at each other. It's a whole bunch of guys who look like the first. Weird eyeballs, too. Interesting. Yu mentions the angels, and Mika mentions the eyeballs. Which, you know, it's not really that super interesting, but I'm gonna make a note of it, so interesting. And that's the last panel. So the last page. What era is this again? The Age of Angels? Good question. This is bigger than I thought. Yeah, you're telling me. And there's that stairway thing again. There's too much emphasis put on that. There's something about that. It's gonna be weird. I bet we're gonna have a perspective swap next to it. I'm just gonna say that until it happens. I feel like I should. That's like, I'll eventually get bingo if I keep writing the same thing down, right? Like, eventually. Definition of madness here, but... Anyway, this shit is fascinating. This is amazing. Okay, so, like, this feels like it's going to explain what happened to Mika, to Angel Mika, and why he is dead in the series currently, which I think is very interesting. So originally, when I saw this, the first thought is aliens, right? Like, stay with me here, guys. Stay with me here. So, like, I know dinosaurs, weird civilization thing in the dinosaur era, haha, very funny, whatever. None of that bullshit, right? You're not here for that bullshit. We're here for this bullshit. And this bullshit, to me, says futuristic civilization in a time where it shouldn't exist in the world's history, aliens. But aliens could also mean literally just anything that is foreign to the Earth. And angels could technically still be foreign to the Earth. See, this is giving me really strong Trigun vibes, actually. I'm kind of getting some vibes like that. Like, you know those animes where it'll be like someone's from a civilization that's outside of Earth, or like they're an extraterrestrial and they've kind of slimmed down. And like, I feel like Trigun's kind of similar to that, because they like, his like crash ship thing like gave technology and then helped progress the civilization, blah blah blah. Shit like that. So like, I just feel like there's this is the original Trigon, not the new one. The new one's quite different. But, like, I just, like, it really gave me strong vibes like that. So I feel like this is definitely, like Shikama's mentioned things about increasing humanity before. So, like, he's, like, basically trying to play God in some parts. And you try and play God in a society that you don't exist in. So it's kind of interesting that he might not be directly related to things happening on Earth, and that they could have just settled here. Like, all of these angel things could come from a different place. This could be some fucking Transformers shit about to happen. I don't know. It could be fucking anything right now, but it kind of feels like Kagami knows what he wants to do. And I don't want to, like, sit here and super defend it, because we don't know how it can go. And, like, it's like, when you want to weave a story as complex as he seems to be trying to do, you've got to be really careful about it, because it's really easy for people to look at something you do, like dinosaurs, and then go, oh my god, this is so dumb, you've just added this random shit in. Really? I could excuse everything else, but the dinosaurs? Really? That's where I draw the line, right? It's really dumb. As you can tell, I'm mocking it, because I think it's the dumbest, like, piece of critique I've ever heard. But, like, it's just, I think there's obviously some precautions and some care to take when you're trying to weave something this big and detailed. Like, not everything can be a fucking Game of Thrones. And even then, Game of Thrones isn't even finished. The books, I mean, the Song of Ice and Fire, like, that shit takes time. That man's been writing for like 30 years, bro, that story. He needs to sleep for a bit. Anyway, I think what's an interesting thing that we might find out with what happened to actually Angel Mika to die. So, like, Shikama has told us that God smited him. So, like, if we believe him and we know it's actually something to do with God actively, like, there's, like, an actual God of this civilization that's more powerful than anyone else, then he actually did kill Mika to punish Shikama for something Shikama did. Then it kind of feels like it could be Shikama tried to create something that's human with, like, I kept coming back to the idea when I first read this of, like, creating something in God's image, which is, like, a thing. I'm not actually sure if it's a thing in the Bible. Like, I went to dirty public school, so I didn't do any Bible studies except for, like, some basic primary school shit they make you do, because, you know, Western Catholic cultures, whatever. But, like, creating something in God's image being, like, a big no-no kind of thing. So, like, if Shikama had tried to create something in God's image, a person, maybe as, like, a vessel for something, maybe not, he could have been something else. It could have been Shikama just being a naughty little boy, and then God smiting him by killing his son as, like, and then sending him to the bowels of Earth, even though he is technically already on the bowels of Earth, but, like, maybe making him so he can't ascend up whatever this thing is. So maybe this is how they ascend back to their normal world, and this is just a little civilization they're building here, and that Shikama can't ascend anymore, so he's stuck in the world, and that's where his, like, whole vampiric nature started. But, like, I kind of, I'm not sure, I'm just spitballing here. So, like, some of this might not make any sense, some of it just might, you know, it's, like, it's fun to theorize about this kind of thing, though. I think it's a fun time for the fandom to come together and say all of our fun things, but, I also think a candidate could be that Mika seems to have a really strong relationship with this eye, which we call you, because it's basically going to be you. Like, I'll be surprised if it wasn't right. So I'm wondering if Mika, because he wants to be closer to you, or like you wants to be closer to him, if he tries to make you a human body, or he tries to get you to be able to transform into a human body, because it looked like he was possessing that lizard, because the lizard was still there when the eyeball popped out. So I don't think he transformed into the lizard. I think he possessed it, and after centuries of trying, you began to be able to change his form. And that's why we had that little scene where Mika was looking in Yu's memories and he could change from an eyeball into an entire, like, Yu clone thing, right? So I think over time, Yu could transform his body, but at the beginning, this being the beginning, he was more about possession. So they were trying to get him an empty shell he could possess, and I think that could have been, like, something in God's image, like a human, because I don't know how they would have the image of a human, but whatever. Let's just say that they did. Mika made a dumb mistake by trying to make his BFF this, like, shell so that he could play with him easier, with, like, limbs and opposable thumbs and shit like that. And then, like, obviously that was a huge no-no, so then that's how he gets killed, and then I don't know how Shikama would get punished as well, or if Shikama, like, goes up against God after that because, God, you just killed my son, fuck you, kind of thing, and then gets smited. So, I don't know, see, I was talking about this with a friend, and then they mentioned that Shikama is too passive in that kind of theory, and I agree. I think it's an interesting idea of how Mika could be projecting, like, his love or adoration for his friend, or love, or whatever you want to call it, and then this is, like, an accident, like a really big accident, and we can, like, solve this somehow, which maybe plays too much into miscommunication, which is a horrible trope, so maybe not, but I think that there's a lot of interesting ground for theories here, and I think that's the best part, is just kind of spitballing and, like, giving ideas and, like, sharing what you think could happen, because there's some really goddamn interesting stuff that could be going on here, especially Bible related, because we know Kagami has a hard-on for his Bible imagery and shit. So definitely, like, the origin of the Seraphs, like, if the Seraph gene started with these eyeballs, which kind of look like, from this perspective, they kind of look like they're helpers for the angels, and that these angels are the main bodies, and then the little eyeballs are the little helper things, like the little Wall-E helpers or whatever. But it's really interesting, and I think that there's some really interesting discussions that can come for this. And I just feel like this chapter gave us a lot of stuff. I mean, the eyeball is clearly really related to how those black sun blob things came out of Yu at one point, and, like, all of that's explained now, because it's like, that's what Yu's original form is. He's this fucking eyeball. So that's why that black shit came out of Yu, like, in ancient Egypt, ancient Greece. There was, like, that one scene where, young Ashera is like, whoa, what the fuck is that? And, like, one of those things comes out of Yu's shell. Because it's his shell! He hasn't fully formed himself yet, so he's still relying on human shells. Come on, this makes so much sense. The more I think about it, the more I'm actually just, this is accurate. This just explains so much. Are we sleeping on this as a fandom? That this has just answered so much shit? Like, I don't know, is it just me? It's probably not just me. Obviously, there'd be other people that are smart little cookies and have come up with the answers too, but I just feel like this has revealed a lot more than maybe we originally thought, and that if we continue on this path, we might actually get more answers than we realize. Like, it's kind of subtle, because we've been distracted by the fact that the fact that there's this fucking staircase thing, or there's, like, angels, or, like, Yu as, like, an eyeball, and Angel Mika alive and speaking. So we now have a point of reference for before death, BD, before death, BAMD, before Angel Mika death, and when he's dead, which is in Greece sometimes. So, like, we have a point of reference. How cool is that? And, like, maybe I'm just getting too excited about this, but it's just so fun to be able to, like, theorize about shit and have fun, and it just feels good. And I'm happy about it, but I think I've rambled enough about it, so feel free, if you have any theories or ideas, as always, feel free to leave them in the comments if you wish. I love to read them and see what other people think too, so I think it's interesting and fun. But, as always, thank you for watching. I super appreciate it, and I'll see you in next month. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye!